Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. We are reviewing the game between Kolkata Knight Riders and Mumbai Indians. Brilliant performance by KKR. That aggressive brand of cricket that Owen Morgan and Brendan McCullum endorsed, we finally see it on display. These last two games has been a brilliant turnaround for them, a refreshing start, and they look a very dangerous side. I think that's the thing we were talking about. Their top order was fragile, and they weren't being able to strike at a quick rate, but that's completely changed with the introduction of Venkatesh Iyer. What a fantastic batsman is turning out to be. Left-handed, you can play the pull shot, you can play through covers, through point as well. Very good on the back foot and very aggressive. That's the thing, right? And when you have the backing of the coach, especially saying that if you get out, it doesn't matter. But you have to play aggressive, then it gives you that sense of freedom, and it's paying off right now. Yes, it won't pay off every single game, but it's allowing KKR to win these big games. They've struggled against Mumbai Indians. They haven't beaten them in so long. The record is, I think, 22 losses and like 6 wins. But that changed today, and they played absolutely brilliantly. Credit to Tripathi as well. We've seen him, rotate the strike well, score a few, 30s, 40s, but today he played with that extra aggression again. I'm sure the team, the coach emphasized that you have to keep an eye on the strike rate, but the shot selection was really good. It wasn't just smash and bang from him. He rotated the strike, looked at the loose balls, shot placement as well. Playing the ball on its merit, not just improvising every single delivery. Leg side, offside, straight down the ground. He was brilliant, and what a win for KKR, chasing it down in 15.1 overs. A target of 155 on a wicket, which is a bit slow. I think a fantastic achievement from them, and credit to their team management, their batsmen, and even their bowlers. So if you look at their bowling, I think Owen Morgan, what captaincy! He brought in the spinners. This is where, for me, the game was won and lost. If you look at the the first three bowlers of KKR, their economy rates are 5, 5.5, and 5, and they're all spinners: Nitesh Rana, Varun Chakravarti, and Sunil Narayan. If you look at Mumbai Indians, the first three bowlers are all fast bowlers. The economy rates are 11.5 of both, 9.66 of Adam Milne, and 10.75 Jasprit Bumrah. So that's the difference. I think the power play overs, although Mumbai didn't lose a wicket, they batted well, but they couldn't get off to that flyer and set the platform. They batted well, Rohit Sharma and Quinton de Kock, no doubt. But if you see the difference in starts, KKR just went off to a flyer, and I think pace on this pitch really helped. That new ball, hard ball. If you pull the spinner, try to take pace off it, I think it was more effective. So credit to Owen Morgan. He's been criticized in the past as KKR captain, but they play this aggressive brand of cricket, and him and Brendan McCullum are leaders of this. It's a big gamble. They take big risks, but when it pays off brilliantly. Like, chasing this, it does their net run rate a world of good. And now the table is going to be tight. They're in fourth place. It might just come down to net run rate, and winning games like this and the one against RCB, it goes down to show that, you have to play aggressive cricket. By playing regular cricket, they will win games. They'll be safer. They might win more games, but when it comes to these situations where they were seventh place before the second leg started, they needed to play aggressive cricket and win games by big margins, and that's exactly what they're doing. So credit to Owen Morgan again. I think his field placement was brilliant. The way he handled his bowlers, I think Prasidh Krishna and Russell were pretty expensive. Too many variations, sometimes a bit more pace. Extras was an issue as well, but he still calmed it down. He got Ferguson back in. Ferguson was sensational. 4 overs, 27 runs, 2 wickets. I think he's going to be the difference for KKR. Now that he knows that he's the mainstay, he's going to play every single game. It settles him as well into the squad, and he's a fantastic bowler. I think Ferguson, if you look at him, one ball he bowls 146, and then suddenly it drops to 120. That variation is very difficult to pick whoever you are as a batsman, and it's not every bowler has that kind of luxury to bowl a slow delivery straight after such a quick ball. So credit to him from there. I think he bowled fantastically, and I just wanted to praise Narayan and Chakravarti as well. I think they bowled fantastically well in the power play. It's not easy, especially when Rohit Sharma and Quinton de Kock are going at it. It's not easy, but they kept a check. They ensured that it didn't go too out of hand, and that allowed KKR to restrict Mumbai Indians to a score of 155. And yeah, it was a par score. I felt it could have been defended, but KKR just ran away with the show. Iyer, man, I just can't believe it. There's news that he actually wanted to study. He did his MBA and everything, but his mom pushed him to be a cricketer. And what a decision it's turning out to be. Fearless cricket, and that's what we like to see. That's the beauty of the IPL, right? We don't know these kind of players. They just suddenly come in, and he's not. It's not just like a domestic game. He's playing against the likes of Bolt, Bumrah, Milne. These guys are all international bowlers who play on an international level. To hit them like that, I think it takes a lot of courage, a lot of skill as well. So this guy is a player to watch out for sure. And that's the beauty of the IPL. You try and test youngsters, and if you give them opportunities, set the platform for them, and they can grab it by both hands. That's exactly what he's doing. Mumbai Indians again. If you look at their batting, the middle order is a worry, because if you look at the start, Rohit Sharma and Quinton de Kock gave Rohit Sharma 33 of 30, Quinton 55 of 42. It laid the platform, but again, Surya Kumar Yadav, he's just not looking in fine form. That's a worry. He, not only for Mumbai, for India as well. He's throwing away his wicket a bit. He's also struggling. Like normally, you see Surya Kumar getting off to a flyer, then rotating the strike and everything. But right now, he's struggling a bit. He's not he's not adjusting to the pace of the pitch, and it is a worry. He looks out of touch for sure. They'll want him to come back into form quickly. Ishan Kishan as well, a few boundaries here and there, and then gets out, throws away with his wicket. Same thing with Kunal Pandya. Pollard looked good, but you can't really rely only on him every game. All the other batsmen need to perform. Surya Kumar Yadav and Ishan Kishan were key when Mumbai Indians won last year. So no matter what platform you get at the start, if the middle order cannot capitalize, then you might be staring down at the barrel. And that's exactly what happened with Mumbai Indians. They might. They're missing Hardik Pandya as well. He didn't play too well in the first leg. But him coming back, that might strengthen the team. But that's the middle order really needs to step it up for them. That's for sure. And I think for me, the player of the game has to be Rahul Tripathi, with Venkatesh Iyer a close second. I think the way Tripathi played was brilliant. He carried on the momentum. It's very easy, when you get such a good start, then suddenly you get a new batsman comes and the team gets bogged down because he's not being able to rotate the strike, struggles a bit, like exactly what happened with Surya Kumar. But Tripathi didn't allow that to happen. He continued to rotate the strike. He found the boundary, and array of shots were just absolutely outstanding. So I'm going to give Tripathi the player of the match. I think he was brilliant, and it sets up the table very, very nicely. Kolkata are fourth and Mumbai are sixth now. We haven't seen that in a long, long time. And with everything now close to the business end of the tournament, it's a bit worrying for Mumbai now, because normally they do start slowly. They do lose games, but they come back very strong. We haven't seen that right now. They've lost 2 games at a crucial stage. They will have to come back strong, and now teams are going ahead of them, so they're playing catch up now. They have to not only win games, they'll have to rely on other results, and it is doable. They're a fantastic team. They have a wide array of talent, and I just feel that if their middle order can gather things, and then I'm sure like Bumrah, Bolt, they will come back. They had the off day. Rahul Chahar as well. But if these guys, the middle order, can fix themselves and come back strong, then it'll help them get closer to the playoff spot. Otherwise, it does look difficult, and the pressure will be on them. Rohit Sharma mentioned as well that they do look at the table after the games and stuff, and they will realize that it's getting very close now, and it might go out of reach if they don't step it up. For KKR, they from 7th to 4th. They just need to play same brand of cricket. It will be high risk, but that's the best way to win this tournament, I think, and get into the playoffs, especially if they just keep on playing this aggressive brand. It might not work every single game, but if, more often than not, if it does pay off, then you win very comfortably, and that will always have the net run rate. So from that side of things, well done to KKR, Brendan McCullum, and Owen Morgan in particular. I think has been outstanding as captain so far. And that's it. I think for the review, we will come back to with our player ratings and the preview for tomorrow. And then stay tuned for tomorrow's game, big game, RCB versus Chennai, the mentor versus the captain. That will be an interesting game as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for the latest content in the IPL.